Class, I am back. We are going to continue talking about Arctic animals. So yesterday, the Arctic animals that we talked about were the Arctic foxes. We also talked about the lemur. Can y'all see the lemur? And we talked about, I think it was the Arctic hare. Those three animals. And one thing is that two of the animals had something in common. Their fur changes colors as the season changes. So when it was really snowy and white, what color was their fur? You're right, it was white. And when it was brown and the spring came and there was not as much white, their fur changed colors to a nice brown color. So those were the Arctic animals that we learned about yesterday. So today we are going to learn about a couple of more Arctic animals. You know, you would think at some point I would quit forgetting where I put my stuff down. There it is. I found it. Okay, so we are going to talk about the caribou. Let me show you the caribou. This big animal over here with the horns. The caribou. And we are also going to talk about the musk ox, this great, huge animal. This animal kind of looks like yakety yak. So we are going to talk about both of these animals. So listen very carefully, and then I'll send you a short video again so y'all can learn a little bit more about them. So God gave, let me come over here where I can see it. God gave many Arctic animals thick fur to stay warm in the very cold weather. Which animal is the Arctic fox? Here we go. The lemming. Y'all see? I just showed y'all, so that's kind of cheating. The little one at the bottom. Very good. Oh, it was the polar bear. The polar bear is the other one. So which animal is the polar bear? I did not show you the polar bear. There we go, the polar bear. Good job, y'all are so smart. The polar bear's blubber's fat also helps to keep him warm, just like the thick fur of the Arctic fox and the lemur. So during the cold winter months in the Arctic, the sun doesn't shine very much, the snow doesn't melt, and plants don't grow. As the summer approaches, the days get long, and as the summer approaches, the days get long and the sun shines bright. The earth warms up and many plants that were asleep in the cold ground wake up and grow. Caribou and musk oxen use these plants for food. So, what does a caribou look like? Let me show you one more time. Here's the caribou. What does he look like? Well, caribous look like deer, like a reindeer, right? We have all seen reindeers, especially during Christmas time. And they live where it's very cold. They have brown fur over most of their bodies and white fur on their necks. God puts air inside the caribou's hair. That's strange. I did not know that. God puts air inside the caribou's hair. When the caribou needs to swim across the river, its furry coat works like a life jacket to help it float safely across the water. God gave caribou feet with wide hoofs so that they can walk deep in the snow. What does the caribou have on its head? He has big horns. Very good. Big horns, big antlers. Many caribou live in a herd. If they travel from one place to another place in search of grasses, flowers, and luncheons, which luncheons are their favorite food, they grow very slowly. Sometimes caribou travel very, very far to look for plants big enough to eat. So now we have the musk oxen right by the caribou. So, can y'all see it? There we go. I'm going to read so y'all can look at the musk oxen. The musk ox looks like an animal that wears a big brown hairy blanket. looks like an animal that's wearing a big brown hairy blanket. His long outer hair hangs down almost to the ground. Under the musk ox long hairs is very fine wool. God gave him wool to keep the cold air away from his body. It is the musk ox. Is the musk ox wearing socks? Can we see? Oh, you can't really see his feet. No, it's just white hair. So it kind of looks like it's snow, but it's white hair. God gave the musk ox big feet to carry his heavy body in the winter. Musk oxen must dig through the snow with their hooves to find food. After the snow melts, they find fresh grasses to eat. Musk oxen work together and take care of one another. In the wintry winds of the Arctic blow, musk oxens must huddle together to stay warm. In times of danger, they will stand close together with the smaller ones behind the larger bulls and the young calves in the middle. If an enemy comes too close to one of the big musk oxen will charge him with his sharp horns. So, did y'all see his horns? You can barely see them if we look really close. So he'll charge them to protect with his big sharp horns. So that's a little bit that we've learned about the musk oxen, and then I will of course send you some videos so you can learn a little bit more. I hope y'all enjoyed learning about animals. I wanted to be sure that we went over this last part in the last few weeks that we were working, because animals are my favorite thing. I love them. I love all kinds of animals, and I love all the creatures that God made, animals, bugs. I love all of that stuff. So I love reading it to y'all. I hope y'all enjoy it. I'll send y'all a couple of really good videos about musk oxen. I'm going to send you the papers that you need to do for today. Y'all are doing so very good. Keep up the super great work. I will miss you until tomorrow. All right. Bye.